Mr. President.
Senator from Maine.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that proceedings under the call be dispensed with.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I have a very brief statement. I ask unanimous consent that I be permitted to complete my statement before the vote begins.
Without objection.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I rise today in support of the resolution to terminate the emergency declaration. And I want to thank Senator Udall, the senator from New Mexico, for his leadership. Mr. President, the question presented by this resolution is not whether you're for a border wall or against a border wall. And the question is not whether you believe that the security at our southern border is sufficient or it should be strengthened. Instead, the question is a far more fundamental and significant one. The question is simply this: should the Congress of the United States of America yield its constitutionally prescribed power of the purse to the President? And the answer to that question, regardless of who is in the White House and who is controlling Congress, should be no. Congress alone is empowered by the Constitution to adopt laws directing money to be spent from the United States Treasury. We must stand up and defend our role that the framers very clearly set forth in the Constitution. Congress must do that even when doing so goes against the outcome that we might prefer. Mr. President, I have consistently supported funding for the construction of physical barriers and for strengthening security on our southern border. I will continue to support those efforts, and I believe and understand that they are important. But I cannot support the President unilaterally deciding to take money that has been appropriated for one purpose and diverting those billions of dollars for another purpose, no matter how important or worthy that goal may be. My colleagues, irrespective of whether you support or oppose a border wall, I would urge you today to support this resolution and stand up for the separation of powers laid out in our Constitution. In doing so, you are standing up for our Constitution. Thank you, Mr. President.
Are there any senators in the chamber that wish to vote or change their vote? If not, the yeas are 54, the nays are 41. The joint resolution is passed.